Bikes now. Is it that? What's your name, sweetheart? Roberta. What's your Facebook relationship status looking like these days, Roberta? Single, widowed, divorced, it's complicated. You make it work. Single. I shot the guns at the wrong girl at the start. Do you have a job? Perfect, because I don't. Next question, what's your specialty in the kitchen? What are you good at cooking? Everything? Like, well, what? If you could just say, like, one thing that you... I hate lasagna, never mind. Should have said Bannock, Roberta. Like, look at this hair. Look at this. Oh man. I recently had the pleasure of traveling to a northern reserve in Ontario and to do some stand-up, and we flew up there. And has anybody flown on Calm Air before? Two Indians in the back put their hands up. This guy too. Well, when you fly on Calm Air, they let you choose what seats you want to sit in, because like it's just a small aircraft. So I always choose the emergency exit seat because it's got extra leg room. And this one time I'm sitting in my seat, we're about to taxi onto the runway, and the stewardess comes up to me and she goes, "Just so you know, you're sitting in the emergency exit." I'm like, I can read, obviously. And she goes, "Okay," and she explains how to like assist people off the plane and open the hatch. But then she got super serious and she looked at me and she went, "Do you think you can handle this responsibility?" So I got really serious back and I went, "I'm ready. Let's bring this mother down." And then I ended up taking a bus, so... Obviously, being a comedian in Winnipeg, I have to hang out with a lot of like really white dudes. And anytime, like I live with two white guys, and anytime I'm looking at my life to see if I'm doing all right, and like to see how well I'm doing, I just look at where I live and I'm like, I live with two white guys who trust me. Like I'm allowed to stay home alone, you know. They trust me. I owe each of them $20, but they still trust me, so. But sometimes we'll be walking, like I'm like the only Aboriginal guy in the crew, and we'll be walking like through maybe a bad neighborhood of Winnipeg. We'll see like some gangsterish looking Aboriginal guys will come up and be like, "Hey, white boys," and they get scared. I'm like, "Oh, you mean these guys?" I was just asking them for a smoke. Get him! Get him! Oh, racism is not fun though. Sometimes it's fun to look at it though, because racist people are just ignorant and scared of change and what's different from them. And I realized this, especially the ignorant part, is last summer I had a job working construction and I had just gotten off work. I'm standing at Portage in Maryland waiting for a bus, and I'm in my work gear, I'm filthy, like my hair's all messy, there's dirt on my face, and these 5 dudes in this big truck pull up, and the passenger rolls his window down and he looks at me and he goes, "Hey dude, do you like the Jets?" I'm like, "Oh yeah man, the Jets, I love the Jets." And he goes, "Right on." And then the light turned green, and before they drove away, he looked at me again and he went, "I didn't know fucking Indians like the Jets, you dirty spick." And I was like, "Hey, wait, what? You called me 2 races at one time?" But that's not the part that got to me. The part that got to me was that there was 5 of them in the truck and I was by myself. And then waited for a green light to say something, like he was about to, and his buddy's like, no, bro, that Mexican Indian's pretty dirty. Oh, just ridiculous. Sometimes racism's not that in your face, but you gotta look for it. Like one time I was putting on a comedy show, and I went on a radio station to promote my comedy show. And I'm not gonna tell you guys what radio station it is because I still have a little bit of respect for CBC. So anyways, I'm in CBC, and about halfway through the interview, the radio DJ looks at me and goes, so Chad, tell me, do you consider yourself an Aboriginal comedian or just a comedian who happens to be Aboriginal? Like, what kind of fucking question is that? Can I be a person? Can I just be a person? So I hit him with this. I'm like, well, that depends, Larry. Do you consider yourself a racist radio host or just a radio host who likes racism? I was promptly escorted by security out of CBC after that. On the way out, I saw Wob Canoe, and I was like, Wob, help me! He's like, I can't, I worked hard to get here. I was like, I know, you make us proud, keep doing what you're doing. Oh, guys, thank you very much. My name is Chad Anderson.
Chad Anderson, everybody, one more time. Chad's been sober for 2.5 years. You guys hear that? How about another round of applause for that? That may not seem like a long time, but that's 9 years in Indian time.
Here's the birthday boy.
Chad was talking about online dating, and I've been thinking about checking that out myself. I wanted to check out that new Aboriginal dating site, ancestry.com.